Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shanika. Welcome to my channel. I pray that y'all are having a blessed and wonderful day. Y'all know how I do. I'm going to get right to it. Today, y'all, I got a story for y'all, and it is called Help! Help, help, help! But first, I got an excerpt for y'all from Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 2 and 4. And it reads, I was very much afraid. Then I prayed to God, to the God of heaven. Help. How would you complete this sentence? When I am afraid, I blank. When things heat up, do you run in the opposite direction, hide your true feelings, or stick your head in a proverbial sand? Chances are you've done all three at one time or another. But here's another option. Pray. Fast. Nehemiah faced a potentially terrifying situation. 4 months before, he had discovered that the walls of Jerusalem had been destroyed and the gates burned with fire. The Jewish remnant had returned from exile, but their city was in ruins with no walls to protect them from enemy attacks and wild animals. Nehemiah longed to return to Jerusalem and help rebuild the walls, but as the king's cupbearer, he was expected to be cheerful and keep his personal problems to himself. Any other response could mean death. How scary is that? You can't even ask the king for some help or risk being beheaded. But Nehemiah couldn't hide his concern for God's city and people. The king noticed his servant's downcast countenance. He noticed he was sad. Something's going on. Why does your face look so sad? He asked. What do you want? Time must have stood still for Nehemiah. This is what I've longed for, prayed about, dreamed of, he may have thought. Or maybe he thought, oh no, this is what I feared. But as the knot formed in Nehemiah's stomach and a lump rose in his throat, we see one of the most beautiful, spontaneous prayers in the Bible. Then I prayed to the God of heaven. All through the day, we are faced with decisions, great and small. Some require extended periods of prayer, such as Nehemiah experienced in chapter 1. Others prompt spontaneous prayers that come as easily and naturally as our very breath. Help. Y'all, and that worked, okay? When I was trying to take myself up out of here, that is all I could get out. I did not have no formal prayer. All I said was help, and the rest is history. What do you face today? What decisions do you have to make? You may not face a life or death situation like Nehemiah, but the God of heaven and earth longs to hear your simple, spontaneous prayers. Help now. 1. Reflection question number 1. How do you normally handle fearful situations? Y'all, before God came and got me, I would call people, close people, my family, my friends, and just run my mouth about what I got going on. And majority of the time, y'all, all they could do is listen, or they would be on my team, or they would be like, they couldn't help me. Not the way that I needed to be helped. It was just gossip to them. Oh, you got some bad stuff going on in your life. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But they couldn't give me what I needed. So what do? Now I run to God. God, help me. I'm going through this. Help. 2. How can you apply Nehemiah's prayer strategy to your life? Pray fast. And I ain't talking about fasting from putting your phone down or TV shows or candy. I'm talking about you must sacrifice yourself. That is no food, drinking water. You can do an intermittent fast, 12 hours. If you can do a whole day, do a whole day. But if you need to do multiple days of intermittent fasting of everything, not certain things, that's the sacrifice. Look at how they fasted in the Bible. They didn't say, oh, I'm going to put this piece of wood down. I'm not going to do this for the day. No, you sacrifice your body. water only, and during that fast you are praying, that is when your spiritual senses are heightened the most, when you can hear God the most, when you have starved your body, got rid of all of those toxins and everything, and you're pure. 3, have you experienced a time when God answered your specific prayer? Oh yeah. Think of someone with whom you can share your story. God has been answering my prayers left and right, whether I believe it or not. I'm more aware now. But prior to my awakening, when I look back, I can see how he was there answering all my prayers, even though I didn't recognize it. But now I can see, okay, he done helped me a lot. Never be afraid to trust an unknown future to a known God. Y'all, and that is a quote from Corrie Boom. Help. Y'all, when y'all do not have to have a formal prayer. Prayer is a conversation with God. And trust and believe, he sees and he knows. But if all you can get out is help me, Lord. I just need you right now to help me and guide me through whatever it is that I'm going through. And be patient. Because he don't treat him like a genie, y'all. You're asking for help, and then when you're in fasting state, your spiritual eyes are now open, so you can see and you can hear the steps that God needs you to take, the doors that he needs you to open. When you ask for help, I need to get out of this financial situation, he may send people your way to say, hey, you need to start a budget. Hey, you need to stop spending on all of this, and take care of your bills and bank the rest of this. Hey, you need to donate. Hey, you need to give this away. If you're saying help, these people at my job is driving me crazy, he might say you need to put in your 2 weeks notice and you need to apply for something else. Help. You ask for help, he's giving you the steps and you need to take them. Not make excuses, shrink back, and go into fear. Okay? Nehemiah didn't do that. Even though he was scared. He was like, Lord, if I make this request to the king, I don't know which way this is going to go. But you know what? I'm putting my faith in you. I pray to you. And I'm leaving it in your hands. And if you read Nehemiah, you see what happened. The king was like, yep, bet. How much time you need? I'm going to send some of my captains with you. I'm going to send you with some money. I'm going to change your title. I'm going to send you. He gave him a letter, a scroll for him to take around so nobody would mess with him. What? He opened his mouth and he received everything it is that he needed to get those walls built and to, get the people in the right direction. Put your faith and your trust in God. When he say move, move. Just like that. And he's going to take care of you. And if you still have problems trusting him, because it's not an instant thing, ask God to increase your faith. And what he's going to do is he's going to start showing you some supernatural things. He's going to start doing some supernatural things. You're going to be like, whoa. I know God is real. I know God is real for sure, because I can't even explain that to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna believe me. That's what he did for me. That's what got increased my faith and my trust in him. I'm like, okay, you are truly real. You are who you truly are who you say you are. Bet. Okay? Anywho, that's all I got for y'all today. Please make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Thank you for tuning into my channel. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Bye.